Hello, good evening there, America. My name is Taylor from the PRN Pig Racing Network, and we welcome you to Martinsville Motor Speedway, where today the Twisted Tea Truck Series drivers are going to be racing around this short track after being in one of the craziest finishes won by James Bowles. If you haven't seen that one was a great race. It was action-packed, and it's going to be like this week for sure. But we take it to Martinsville, but this is a different kind of Martinsville. This one is an action-packed track of Martinsville, because the turns are a little banked, and I think the track is a little bit wider itself, which means we're going to have a lot more fun because of it. We're going to get to our starting lineup here. It's a nice track, so let's get to it. Once again, Jared Lewis is on the pole. He will start to the number 83 of Brad Severs. 61 of Nick Santiago will start next to the 88 of Matthew Tyler. Dylan Rash will start alongside Trickle Diggle in the 69. Rob Racer will start alongside Tim Foster, the 47. Jack DeVinny will start next to Levi McIntyre, the 99. Jeremy Boschetti will start next to Luke Burkowski in the 72. Andrew Duran will start next to 34 of Ben Roberts. James Bowles, last week's winner, will start alongside Noah Breeze in the 84. Chris Poindexter will start next to Trevor Halowski. Making his debut is the number 14 of Hatchu Catchu, alongside the 37 of Kyle Free. Dane Amon will start next to Gabe Nunes. Invasive Alien will start next to Bill Watterson. Benjamin Roberto will start next to Christian Sanford. Cameron Tracy will start alongside Jay Jefferson. Cole DeGrow will start next to Frowdy to Bobbin. Connor Metz will start next to Corbin Forster. Don Chigarski will start alongside Sean Billman. And starting last, ladies and gentlemen, is the number 25 of What If Racing, Ryan Pasternak. So we have a lot of action today going around this track. 125 laps. It's a long one, but it'll be a good one, hopefully. I'm going to pull up the schedule for next week to see where we're going while we're waiting for the space car to go into the pits. Next week, we have a great racetrack to go to. Pace car rolls off. I'll tell you where we're going to in a minute. All cars going. Here we go. Alright. Next week, we're going to take it to Freeway Super Speedway, which is an amazing racetrack. You've seen it from the Freeway Indy cars. We ran there before, but the green flag's waving. Here we go. Jared Lewis takes an early lead. Sorry about the frame rate stutters. I don't know what's wrong with my game. It's been starting to stutter a lot during my races, so it's not completely good anymore. Jared Lewis leads first lap. There's Nick Santiago being battled by Dylan Rash right below him. A lot of battles here going on here. There goes Dylan Rash on the bottom, trying to take second away from the 61 car. Get a lot of action from the pit lane camera right here. You can see that. Ooh, look at Jack DeVinny getting into Matthew Tyler. Lots of contact you can see on the turn 1 area. In any case, Jared Lewis has the lead. Rob Racer going to try to take third away from Nick Santiago, and he does so. Dylan Rash in second. Jared Lewis is up at the front. Back here, Jeremy Boschetti trying to battle with Jack DeVinny to enter his way to the top 5. Matt Tyler slides up track nearly. It's the wall. Brad Severs is going to fall in line, trying to not make any sort of miscalculations here. There goes Chris Poindexter trying to get his way to the top 10. Tim Foster and Andrew Duran side by side for position. I think that's 9th. And so far so good in this race, albeit it's kind of laggy. I could probably fix that in my graphics thing for Piston Cup race. Or the Vinmy Cup Series race, whichever. Okay. 3 wide action here in the turn 1. Christian Sanford, Trevor Halowski, and Luke Burkowski. They're all 3 wide entering the back stretch. And they're going to continue to be 3 wide. That's something I thought I would never see. They're 3 wide. And now they're not being 3 wide anymore. So that's alright. Christian Sanford having several bad weeks. but he's moving his way up on the racetrack. He's trying his hardest to get a great position or a great finish. He's up there. He's starting to get up there. Hopefully he can keep that up for this race. There's a lot of laps, so I mean, you'll never know what's gonna happen. Hachu for his first race in the top 10, battling with Tip Foster in the number 14 truck that used to have been driven by Smoke. He's up there. He's up there. He's trying to get somewhere in this series, trying to get into the playoffs. And speaking on that, we have a playoff update here, as well as after the race while I'm going through here. So our winners so far that are in the playoffs are Trickle Dickle, Luke Burgowski, Tip Foster, Ben Roberts, Jack DeVinny, and James Bowles. Luke Burgowski and Tip Foster won 2 races. Those two both won 2 races. Luke Burgowski won at Atlanta and Infineon. Tip Foster won it at Dover and Bristol, which means those two have a good advantage for everything. Oh, wait, we also have Brad Severs. Brad Severs is in the playoffs too. I forgot about him because of the testing session. So, yeah. All in all, we got about 6 or 7 drivers in the playoffs. And we're not even in the double digits of how many races are done, which means we're probably going to have some heat races when we get to the chase part of the actual, part of the schedule. So that's great. You see a battle here for the 8th position. Kyle Freed takes that one. We're going to look at this battle for the 10th position here, or 9th. You can see the 10th place battle being behind there, or 11th, excuse me. I can't speak. Anyway. So we've had Brad Severs, Trickle Dickle, Luke Burgowski twice, Tip Foster twice, Ben Roberts, Jack DeVinny, and hold on, I need to do this again. Trickle Dickle, Luke Burgowski, Ben Roberts, Tip Foster, James Bowles, Jack DeVinny. I think that's only 6. Yeah, that's only 6. 6 different drivers have won it so far. Jared Lewis hasn't won a race, so he's trying to get his first win. Rob Racer hasn't either. Dylan Rash hasn't either. You have to go all the way back to 5th to find Jack DeVinny, who's won a race already this season. So, lots of competition up at the front. Well, there's got to be if you want to get into the playoffs. You want to punch your ticket early so you don't have to worry about it late in the season. That's what Trickle Dickle and Brad Severs did. He punched their tickets at Daytona. Christian Sanford losing a lot of ground, but he's moving his way up the track. So is Invasive Alien. I don't think Invasive Aliens had such... I don't think Invasive Aliens ever had such... Oh, and a caution. And a caution. I was about to say, I don't think Invasive Alien has ever had such a good week, and I don't know, he could change that today. Where is this caution coming out? Yeah, this caution's coming out a long time ago. I don't know where it is. Where'd it come out at? Oh, there it is. Okay, here it is. Oh, Trevor Halowski is turned around. Okay, let's see what happened here. So this is up at near the back of the pack, near last place. Trevor Halowski goes low to Gabe Nudes, and Cole DeGroat just spins him out. And does he hit a wall? Does he hit any sort of wall? Let's see. I don't think he hits a wall. No, he does not. Okay, so Trevor Halowski keeps it off the wall. So all it was just some tire damage. But other than that, it wasn't much. Hey, you see the flag man? But it wasn't much. There goes Jared Lewis. We're gonna take it to the pace car here. Try and fast forward this up a little bit. Okay, this is where we were. Okay. Caution has come out pretty early in this race. 17 laps about to be completed. Will we see pit stops happening? I don't know. I'll take it through the field, but these guys are pretty stacked. I don't know who's where. So. I don't know if pit stops are going to happen. It would be too early, I think, because you still have a lot more than 100 laps to go. So I'd wait for a little while, because there is only one pit stop, so you don't want to do it too early because you'd probably run out of fuel and all that by the end, but it's just me. Yeah, the AI in this is not really the smartest. I'll see what happens this time by if they go down or not. Well, they're not looking like they're going down. No, they're not looking like they're going down. Nobody's looking like they're going down pit road. Alright, I'm just gonna go right to the green. Since this was just a minor incident, there's not really much you can really go to commercial for besides. Yeah, this is a long pace lap though, so maybe they'll be next time by. Here we go. Alright. Jared Lewis is up at the front. Rob Racer in second. Dylan Rash in third. Nick Santiago in fourth. Jack Devaney in fifth. Jeremy Boschetti in sixth. Brad Severs in the seventh position. Levi McIntyre in eighth. Kyle Free in ninth. Hotchkarsky in 10th. Christian Sanford in 11th. And Mace Bailey in 12th. Hatchukachu 13th. Chris Poindexter 14th. And Matthew Tyler 15th. That's about where half the field is. Head back up towards the front here. We see Jared Lewis about to take the restart flag here. There he goes. Alright. So we see a lot of cars back here already spread out a little bit. Being spread out's better than not being spread out. Chris Poindexter getting into the corner panel of Mace Valiant. Setting him loose for a second. He's fine. So we have two rookies on the track. Being the number 14 of Hatchukachu making his first truck race debut. An Invasive Alien who started his racing whatever on the Atlanta circuit and race 2, I believe. Now, I know everybody's a rookie necessarily, but, I mean, everybody here is running a full season of the PRN Twisted Tea Truck Series. But these two drivers that I just mentioned of Invasive Alien and Hatchukachu haven't ran a single race until they started running their season. They didn't race at Daytona. So, yeah. Mace Valiant's loose. He's swerving left and right. I seen him do that on the backstretch. I don't know. But Invasive Alien, who's currently running his best position right now in 12th, and Kachu making his debut in the 7th position. That's a great spot for a rookie like him making his first debut on a track that's pretty unforgiving. You make a mistake. But next week we take it to Freeway Super Speedway, which will be the most unforgiving racetrack of all time. That one we will have cautions on, so that way everything would be better. Trust me. The IndyCar race was just not so good because of the pit stops and all that, and we didn't have any cautions, so it didn't bunch up the field when we needed to. But when we head to Freeway Super Speedway next week, we will have cautions. Will it be the biggest, stupidest idea I've ever had? Probably. But it's a good track. It's great for action-packed fun racing, and that's what this series is all about. Action-packed racing. Although in today's race, it's just more of me commentating over a few drivers watching. Take the spectator cam here. You can see all the action here. Actually, I think you would want to see Pit Road 2 to see all the action. That's what I love about these Pit Road games. I love this track because of the Pit Road games of how all the action is. You can see all the action going on across the board. But we have 30 laps about to be completed as Jared Lewis has led them all. Jared Lewis has led all of the laps. He has yet to be passed. Will pit stops change effect on that? I don't know. You never know. But like I said, on the subject of the playoffs, all the top 5 all want to get another win, including Jack DeVinny, who's already won a race. And Brad Severs, who's won the testing session race, is in. 31 laps completed. But like I said, all these drivers want to get some wins because they want to get into the playoffs. Some drivers already have their tickets advanced into the playoffs. Others still need to get theirs punched. Go back through the field. You can look at a few of these names that need to improve their game if they want to continue to be in this thing, including Luke Burgowski, who's won 2 races this season, running in the 31st position. Not having a good week this week, but like I said, he is nowhere near being on the quote-unquote bubble of the playoffs, the playoff standings or whatever it's called. Because like I said, for the playoffs, you need to be in the top 10 for most wins, and you're in. And we sort the amount of we sort the wins by the most recent wins. So Luke Burgowski would have hit, even if he was how should I say this? If Luke Burgowski were to still only have 1 win, if that would have been an Infineon, he still would have been at the top of the board because it was more recent. Although now Jack DeVinny and James Bowles are at the top with their first win because of their wins at Old Spice and California. But you never know what's going to happen in this. Some could have... Oh, wow. Matt Tyler got loose on that corner. He's feeling to try and take advantage on that, but it didn't look like he had enough speed on the stretch. So, 37 laps have been completed in this race, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick commercial break here on the PRN Pig Racing Network. You are watching the System of a Down 500 live from Martinsville Motor Speedway. We will be right back after these messages. Hey man, how's it going? Oh hey, what's up man? So, I went to the CD store today, and I found a song here that the store clerk says that we should listen to. Ah. So, is it a good song? The song is really good. It's being played a lot on TV. Huh. What's the song called? The song is called, I think that says J.G. Wentworth's theme song? Dude, no, don't you fucking do it! Son of a bitch, what have you done?
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
I have an annuity, but I need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. 877 cash now.
They help thousands, they'll help you too. One lump sum of cash they will pay to you. If you get long-term payments but you need cash now,
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
877 cash now.
877 cash now. 877 cash now.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. Call now.
Is enough to get me to the boiling point.
Today's presentation of NASCAR Twisted Tea Truck Series action live from Martinsville is presented by NASCAR Heat 2. If this game sucks, I'm gonna kill myself. Jared Lewis is up at the front, 42 laps about to be completed, all being dominated by the number 94 truck. We've been talking a lot all day upon other sorts of topics, such as the playoffs, winners, and other drivers that haven't had such good seasons. Jared Lewis is one of these drivers that hasn't had such a great season. He's always up the front, but for some reason always has something go wrong, and he's out of the front. He's always been on the pole. He's always been leading. He leads at least one lap every race. I believe he's done that all season. I'm not sure. I think there was a few races where he hasn't led a lap. But he never wins because certain circumstances just like take him out of the race, or he drops back, something goes wrong, pit road mistakes, something like that. I don't know. But Jared Lewis now is leading. He's led every lap. He's kept his gap between second place of Rob Racer. Can that hold up? His lap times are starting to diminish from his best lap, as you see in the top right. So pit road has to be coming to the 94's head right now, as he's starting to lose a lot of speed. He's not making this race end any quicker than it should, because he wants this race to end quick, so that way he can punch his ticket early and in dominating fashion to the playoffs. Another driver that's also not been having such a great season at all will have to be where is he at? Okay, number 28, a Christian Sanford. He's always, if recency's been known in the Piston Cup Series, recency's been known for being up towards the front, as you can tell on my PRN channel, which you're watching from right now. Christian Sanford, on the other hand, is known for being in the back of the pack for this series. He's rarely up at the front, and if he is at the front, he always gets into some sort of accident or pit road mistakes cost him the spots. Seen him up at California getting involved in some accidents here, taking him out of some of the competition. I mean, I can go on and on about these drivers. Jay Jefferson, one of them, having a lot of issues in the past few weeks, not being up near the front at all for the most part. I mean, he's up at the front at most times, but on other occasions he's not. The same goes for Trickle Dickle, although he has been up at the front a lot and he won at Daytona. It doesn't help it from the fact that he just hasn't been doing good these past few races, and he needs to you know, start putting his work up and all that. But a driver that we have to talk positive about has to be the number 93 of Jack DeVinny. Jack DeVinny's never had a great race this first 4 to 5 races. He's always been in the back, and on rare occasions in the top 10, and on other times just last and not having a great car at all. Then at Old Spice, it was like the underdog dream came true for this 93 team, as he battled with our Daytona winner and held him off for the win to get him into the playoffs. If this 93 team can keep up this underdog pace throughout this season, get some more wins when these cars get more and more, when more drivers get wins, we're going to see a lot of these drivers kind of needing to step up their game. One of those drivers being the guy behind Jack DeVinny of Brad Severs. Right now, if more than 9 drivers, different drivers were to be winners, Brad Severs would be sweating right now because he would be on the bubble of being out of the chase. Now remember, we're going to have heat races, so if Brad Severs can keep up his pace and, you know, not have to deal with any driver in 9th place having 2 wins, or the guy in 10th having 2 wins while below he's in 11th and he has only 1 win. If he keeps up this pace, he could be fine in the playoffs. But as of right now, you never know what's going to happen. We still have a lot of races to go before the playoffs, but you got to keep talking about the playoffs because they're important. You get your own custom Twisted T Truck Series ride for next season. And as well as, you know, some other stuff. I don't know yet, but hey, you'll never know. Now, to the 14 car of Hatchu. He's all over my series. He's in the Piston Cup series. He's in the he's in the Vidme Cup series. He's in the, I don't know if he's in the Verizon IndyCar series. I don't think he is. He's in my Wheelin' Modified series. Late model series, at least. He's in a lot of my series. In the Pornhub Cup series. He's in a lot of my series. So, and he's trying to, and he's using his knowledge of all these series and all that to try and get his way up to the playoffs in most of these cases. He hasn't won, I don't think he's won any, well, he's won one race from the Piston Cup. That's gotten him into the playoffs, but other than that, I don't think he's won much races at all. So it's like he's trying to expand his career and all that. Now, one driver that, the only driver, I don't know where he's at, okay. The only driver in this entire PRN series or whatever that is in every single PRN series is the number 72 of Luke Borgowski. He's in the Twisted Tea Trucks. He's in the Vidme Cup series. He's in the Piston Cup series. He's in the Pornhub Cup series. He's in the Verizon IndyCar series. He's in the Wheelin' Late Model series. He's in every single series on this channel. He's gonna be one of the most, he's gotta be a veteran driver at the end of these seasons because of how much knowledge he has with these cars. Not running in a great position right now, yes, but you gotta think with how much of a veteran he is right now, that's carrying him over to a lot of great things in these series. He's got 2 wins in this series, and that's really about it. I don't know if he's got any other wins. I'm not sure. But Luke Borgowski is the most widely known competitor in the PRN circuit because of how many races he has to run every week. He's going to be running like over 130 races this season, and that's just across all 6 of these things. That's even more than 130. That's like 200 something. So Luke Borgowski has a busy schedule. I don't blame him. He likes to drive, so I mean, do whatever you want. The field is basically the same as before. I could take it through the fields here while we are going through here. So Jared Lewis has been the dominating competitor up at the front, while Rob Racer's in 2nd, Dylan Rash in 3rd, Nick Santiago in 4th, Jack DeVinny in 5th, Brad Severs in 6th, Hatchu in 7th, Kyle Free in 8th, Tajgarski in 9th, Henry Duran in 10th, Levi McIntyre in 11th, Devase Valiant in 12th, Matthew Tyler 13th, Connor Metz 14th, Jeremy Boschetti 15th, Chris Poindexter 16th, Christian Tidford 17th, Jay Jefferson in 18th, Trickle Dickle 19th, Dana Mon 20th, Tim Foster 21st, James Bowles 22nd, Noah Breeze 23rd, Corbin Forster 24th, Sean Bowman 25th, Cameron Tracy 26th, Frowny Tobabman 27th, Benjamin Roberto 28th, What If Racing 29th, Luke Borgowski 30th, Trevor Holowski 31st, Bill Watterson in 32nd, Ben Roberts in 33rd, Cole DeGrone 34th. Its last place, ladies and gentlemen, is the number 42 of Game News. I still have a lot to talk about, but right now I'm out of breath. Pit stops should be coming up shortly. We're over the halfway point. 6 to 8 laps completed. I expect them to come down pit road pretty shortly. I don't know when, but shortly. So let's go to another driver. So Henry Duran. Well, let's just say a terrible start to the season and he's basically tried his hardest to get into his... He's trying to be like Jack Devaney, but more of an underdog. Is it working? Yes. Has he won? No. Will he get a win? Probably. If he keeps up this pace, he'll easily win. Got a few cars down pit road. Yeah, a few cars are going down pit road. You can see Luke Borgowski and some other drivers headed down pit road. Pit road art is... can't believe fucking up my words here. Pit road is happening. Let's see what will be happening on here. This pit road is pretty narrow, so expect some sort of pit road mistakes. Such as some cars ramming into each other. It's the same story with Freeway Super Speedway. Yep, see, there you go. Luke Borgowski ran into Tip Foster. Just minor damage, minor damage, minor damage. Got a lot of drivers coming on pit road. You can see them on the pit road 1 cam. We go to number 2. See a lot of drivers coming down. Hopefully everything starts to be good here. You see all the top 3 down pit road. Jared Lewis quickly out. Oh, look, that was pretty close to... That was close. There we go. I think pit road's starting to die down. I like these pit lane cams though. They're actually pretty cool to look at. You see the action, and at the you could see everything around this track. If everything wasn't so pixelated, I would just do the race like this, but everything's pixelated, so... Yeah, there's that. I'm going to get through this and then I'll continue talking about Henry Duran. A few drivers on pit road still. Gabe Nunes. What If Racing, I think that is. That's What If Racing. Yes, that's What If Racing going down coming off pit road. Todd Shikarski coming off pit road. One driver still on pit road. I think that's Cameron Tracy that's still on pit road. Is that right? No, it's Jeremy Boschetti. Okay. I'll go fuck myself. Let's see. Who's up at the front now? Let's see. 5th, 3rd, 4th, 2nd. Okay, Noah Breeze. 3rd, 4th. Rob Racers up at the front. So Rob Racers is first, Jared Lewis in second, and Katchu's worked his way up to third. Wow, good lord. I think, is that right? Yeah, third. Wow. He's working his way on up. Look at all these cars working their way up the field. Alright, back to Henry Duran. Henry Duran is now in the top, in the lower portions of the top 10. If he keeps up this pace and he'll easily get a win. He's just been having a lot of issues lately with some other drivers trying to screw him out of some positions in some areas and all that. But I'm pretty sure he'll be able to get some sort of victory in the near and upcoming future. We are going to Freeway Super Speedway, so that should give every driver a huge opportunity to get a win. Henry Duran's about to fall outside top 10 to base Valiant. We see Jared Lewis get past Noah Breeze. So up at the front is Rob Racer, and let's see, Jared Lewis. Yeah, Jared. Okay. So Jared Lewis is somewhat faster than Rob Racer. Will we see a nice battle for the front? We'll have no idea. Got some drivers up here. Back in the back here. Luke Borgowski was in the 30s positions. He's worked his way back up to the 20s, so he's gaining somewhere. Oh, my game is spazzing. That's great. Stop spazzing. Oh lord. Okay, we're safe. Here's a battle up at the front. So what will we see from these drivers? We have two drivers battling it out. Catchu trying to work his way up to the first position here. This is Catchu's first race, and he's in the top 3, so... well, he's getting somewhere. He's having fun, at least. That's good. So far, we have only had one caution in this race. And it was just from a nice little spin out from Trevor Halowski, so... not much else that we can really do. Although, we've had a lot of good races today. It looks like there's a caution when they come out of this corner. It really does. But thank God this TV cam shows the lights and all that. And we see some drivers back here. A lot of drivers are starting to spread out, which is good. But at the same time, not to the drivers who are wanting to increase their positions. What if racing's on the verge of going a lap down? Let's see. I guess what we could do now is, while we're going through this race now, let's just do a nice little crank it up. Jared Lewis and Rob Racer battling it out for the first position here. We got 98 laps about to be completed in this race, ladies and gentlemen. So this race hasn't been so much of a back and forth battle, although we've had some sorts of battles for the lead. We've had at least some sort of gap maintenance, or whatever how you say it, however, between Rob Racer and Jared Lewis, and it's been the same way before the pit stops with Jared Lewis and Rob Racer. At this point, could we see Rob Racer win it, or will certain circumstances like what if racing come into play and give Jared Lewis the victory that he so desperately desires? Go up towards the front, or we'll go from the back to the field. We can see a battle for the top 10 position. Jack Davidian and Evase Valiant battling it out. I think this would be Evase Valiant's first top 10 in the Twisted Tea Truck Series. Maybe wrong. I may be wrong. I may be wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. I'm going wrong way. Here comes Hachu Kachu trying to get up towards the front here, trying to battle it his way up towards the front yet again. But he has to get by that number 84 Noah Breeze. He still has a lot of work to do to get up towards Jared Lewis and Rob Racer. But if he believes hard enough, he can get up there. Less than 25 laps to go. 23 laps to go. Let's see. You'd have to go back to the 9th position to find Brad Severs, who would be our first person to win a race already. So Brad Severs is the only, there's only one driver that's already won a race in the top 10. Maybe 2 if Jack Davidian were to get it to the top 10. Pass the base Valiant. Everybody else hasn't won a race yet that's in here except for Brad Severs. Basically just going through the field there. If anything were to happen to that 81 of Rob Racer, that would definitely screw him out of this race for sure. Well, Rob Racer is really trying to get his first win. He'd be the he would be in 3rd in the actual point standing, their championship standings. We would have to see what Brad Severs were to do at this point. If everything were to stay the way it is with the points, and we would just have a lot of drivers with 1 win throughout this season, it's going to be a great heat race near the end of this season. Now, what will happen if we have... I'm going to say this right now. What will happen if we have a driver that's from 7th through 10th, or 7th through 12th, let's say. They all have 1 win. Well, it's pretty much like this. We run the heat race, and whoever finishes in the top 3, or however many it is, so like 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. That'd be about 5 positions. So everybody that finishes in the top 5 in that race gets into the playoffs. All the other drivers, they're gone. They gone. I'm gonna actually look and see what race we're going on. For race 30, because that's when it starts. Race 30 would be at Kentucky. And right now we're on race 9. So next week would be our 10th race, which means we still have a lot of time for drivers to get their wins, which means we're going to have a lot of fun, aren't we? Lots of fun in these weeks, and we're probably going to have more than 20 drivers win a race. I wouldn't be surprised if that would be the right prediction call. But my point is still going to stand with the top 10. But you never know what's going to happen. All I know right now is Rob Racer and Jared Lewis are battling for the lead. Unless something happens, this is the battle for the win. I don't know why I keep doing this. Brad Severs has a little more of a gap between him and 10th place of Invasive Alien. We're about to hit the 10 to go mark. Next time by would be 10 to go. Ten to go. We haven't even. Oh, there goes Catchu. Here comes Catchu. Oh man, Catchu's trying to work his way up towards the Jared Lewis 94 truck here. Oh, here he comes. He's coming fast. Oh, this is starting to get interesting already. Now we got 3 drivers battling it out for the front here. Here comes Hatchu Catchu. He's on the bumper of the 94 car. Will he push him towards the 80? Yeah, that's what he's kind of doing. He's kind of doing that. 10 laps to go. A little less than that. 8 to go, I think. I think that's... No. 6, 5. I don't know. 8 to go. I can't do math. But now we got 3 drivers battling it out for the victory here. Will it be enough? Compare lap times, we see Rob Racer is slower. Rob Racer 21.3, 21 point, nearly 3 for Lewis, and 21.3. So they're all basically the same. I think Rob Racer is the slowest out of all of them, just barely though. 6 to go. Well, it was heating up, if not, is. Now Rob Racer is starting to get some ground on Jared Lewis. Jared Lewis really trying to get his win here. Had you catch you in the top 3. It's a great race for that 14 truck. Had you catch you really driving the wheels off that thing. I don't think it'll be enough for Jared Lewis or Hatchukatsu to pass Rob Racer. This may be your winner, ladies and gentlemen. That 81 truck could be your winner. I don't know. Jared Lewis just gets so close, but it's just not enough to get the win. 3 to go. What if racing's been up in front of Rob Racer this entire time? Kind of slowing him down, but at the same time, not really. 2 to go. I think this may be your winner, ladies and gentlemen. White flag is about to come out. One more corner. It'll be the white flag, sponsored by Credit One National Bank. Rob Racer is led ever since the pit stops near halfway. Jared Lewis had a bad pit stop that cost him the lead. It's going to cost him the win. Yet again, Jared Lewis once again is going to come home empty-handed. Hatchukatsu is going to... Oh, Hatchukatsu ruined his day by going down pit road. Rob Racer wins it. Jared Lewis second. Nick Santiago third. Hatchikachi went down pit road. It's going to come home 14th. Just retired at the last minute again. Okay. Whatever that was. Oh, Kakachu had a tire issue. That's why. Wow. So Kachu was having a great race at the start. Matthew Tyler's out of the race. Got out of the race because of that's why he was out. And then there's What If Racing Sargent. So Rob Racer wins it. He's in the playoffs. Great race. Somewhat of a great race. And Tip Foster's, I don't know what the fuck Tip. What is the fuck? Whatever that was. But anyways, Rob Racer wins it. That'll be all for us, ladies and gentlemen, on the PRN Pig Racing Network. We thank you all so much for watching. If you all did enjoy this amazing race, please sure to like and subscribe if you are new. Please share the video around. Try to get this race to a lot of views. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Taylor from PRN Pig Racing Network. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next week at Free Racing for Speedway. Have a good one.